All right. All right. Thanks everyone for joining us today for our special guest, Elisa. Elisa, can you introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, I'm Elisa. I am a social media strategist. I started my own little company business called Social 26. But I'll go into more of that in my presentation as well. But yeah, I'm Elisa and I'm happy to be here. And I appreciate everyone that's here and taking the time to listen to me.
Yeah, and interesting. So one of our coaches, Adrian, Lisa actually really worked with her for her Etsy shop and made a huge impact. So that is why we thought it'd be so valuable for you guys to learn here. So yeah, I'll kick it off to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Hi, everybody. Okay, let's do it. So Insta Savvy 101. So my expertise or my niche is Instagram strategy specifically. So this is going to be your guide to unleashing your Instagram strategy in 5 steps. I know that is big in social media world right now. It's the number, the 4, 5, whatever, 2 steps. People want like instant instant. Yes, you know what I'm trying to say. They like quick answers. Oops. All right. So today, this presentation is going to be your roadmap to Instagram success. We've got a beginner's guide covering with a crystal clear step-by-step guide to crafting an Instagram strategy that works like magic. We'll talk about setting those goals, getting cozy with your audience, getting to know your audience, making engaging content, and staying on the consistency train and building your very own Instagram community, which is huge. So get ready to rock the gram with confidence, hopefully after this presentation. And then here's a list of everything we're going to be talking about. Okay, but first let me introduce myself officially. My name's Elisa and I'm from Chandler, Arizona. I'm a mom of 2 girls who are 5 and 7. I've always had a passion for social media, starting with MySpace. I was the one that had the MySpace that was all decked out with the codes and all pretty and all that good stuff. And I would help my friends with their pages and so on. So that's really where it started way back when. So when my little started kindergarten this year, I was having more time. So when she actually entered pre-K is when I enrolled in a 8-week social media course just to kind of get on top of trends and what's going on. I mean, a lot has changed since MySpace, but no, I'm kidding. But yeah, I just wanted to really know in depth everything because I knew the knowledge that I had just with experience, but I wanted in-depth knowledge. So fun fact, and the rest is history from there. But fun fact, my business name is actually named after my 2 girls. They were both born on the on the day of the 26th of their month. So one is March, one is June 26th. So that's how I got Social 26. Right. So now let's do it for real. Okay, so step 1 is defining your goals. We're diving into step 1 with enthusiasm because setting clear objectives is your foundation for success. So Instagram is your mission control. Providing Instagram journey with clear, direct purpose is like setting sail with a map, your roadmap. And that's what I always say a strategy is. It's your roadmap to success. It's your guidelines. It's your mothership. It's something that you're always going to refer back to if you're stuck. It ensures you stay on course and reach your desired destination. So have you ever tried hitting a target blindfolded? Once in a while, you'll get a hit, but it's very consistent. Define objectives, act as your precision aim. It really helps focus your growth efforts where they matter most, whether it's gaining followers, increasing engagement, or driving website traffic. The objectives keep you on track, basically. So it also helps with adapting to your audience. Instagram is a 2-way street. With clear objectives, you can tailor your content to what your audience loves most. It's not just about shouting your message. It's about having a meaningful conversation that resonates with your followers, and which we'll talk more in depth about in the next slide, which would be target audience. So your unique goals, your adventures, think big. What are 3 of your objectives? What are your top 3 objectives for your business on Instagram? So like I said, it could be brand awareness, product promotion, website traffic, lead generation, influencer partnerships, community building, which is huge too, which I personally love, event promotions, and so on. So I suggest picking your top 3. And you could pick more, but I would pick 3 to really, really focus on at first. Okay. And then that leads to know your audience, step 2. We're all about understanding your audience in step 2. It's like knowing your fans in the crowd. You may have heard other words to describe your target audience, like a niche, target audience, client avatar, ideal client, but they all mean the same. It's all the same. So finding your client pain points and desires. So this is really how you're going to differentiate your client, your audience, your niche. Well, it's a very up and coming word is niche, which I love. So pain points represent the challenges and problems that your ideal client faces that your product or service can alleviate. On the flip side, tapping into their desires means identifying what they crave and aspire to achieve, which you can leverage to create compelling and appealing content specifically for them. Once you have your ideal client, oh, sorry. So what a little trick that I like to do is describing your ideal client. Be as specific as possible. Even give them a name, down to a name. So my ideal client would be Katie. She's 36. She lives in a suburb outside of New York, loves food, traveling, and kids. She's single and she owns a flower shop. So she's a businesswoman. That's my ideal client. That's who I'm going to be catering to. And when I make content, who I'm going to be thinking of when I'm making my content. So once you have your ideal client, you're going to ask yourself, would Katie enjoy this post? Would Katie like this? Just refer to your audience as someone specifically. It really helps identify who you're targeting and who you're talking to. And that's how you make engaging posts. So yeah, so they're your target audience. I said, they're the captains now. They should be clear and concise. They're your captain. I know you're wondering about this awesome picture. This is exactly why I tell you to define your pain points and desires. It narrows down your audience. So as you see, Prince Charles and Ozzy Osbourne are very similar, which I didn't really know, but on paper, they're very similar. They're both male. They're both born in 1948, both raised in UK, married twice, lives in a castle, wealthy and famous. But obviously, they have different pain points and desires. And so that's where it really differentiates the two, is their pain points and desires. And that's how you're going to create engaging content that will resonate with your audience and really say, hey, I could really relate to that. Or it sounds like they're talking directly to me. How did they know that? So yes. Any questions on audience? Or no, sorry, no, we're doing that. Okay, step 3, creating engaging content. So this is where people start getting like overwhelmed, which it can be overwhelming for sure. Creating engaging content, creating new content, it's very overwhelming. But I always like to stick to the know, like, and trust concept of social media, aiming for the know, like, and trust. Once they land on your page, that's the know. They found your page, they know of it now. And then in order to get the likes and the trust is this repeating the content. So every time someone comes to your profile, they should feel you're talking directly to them. Like I said, create a solution to their problem or answer a question to their problem. Solve their pain points or talk to their desires specifically. Let's see. So I know a lot of the questions that I got on the Q&A were about, I don't want to sound too salesy. And so that's where this little ratio comes in. I like to stick to the 70-80% educational, something that you could teach your clients, your ideal target audience. It shows that you're an expert in your niche. And then the 20 to 30% is storytelling. That's the behind the scenes and testimonials, the before and afters, the this or that polls, all the actual engaging content. That's what builds the trust factor. Let's see. From there, a solution to a problem, answer someone's questions, talk about their desires. Yeah. So reels are good for, let's talk about reels. I don't know if you can see that, but reels are good for educational. People get so scared about reels, but you could literally turn anything into a reel these days. As long as it's aesthetically pleasing and clean, you can turn anything into a reel. There's so many different effects and apps that you could turn even one photo into a reel. And let's see. And then posts are good for quotes and shareable content, stuff that people would like to send to a friend. Like, oh, that resonated to me, and I think it'll resonate to my friend as well. I'm going to send it to her. The behind the scenes stuff is actually more impactful than the stuff that you see in front of you, such as likes and comments. The behind the scenes stuff is just as crucial. So the engagement behind the scenes, sharing and saving. And then carousel and posts, these are perfect for educational posts. So educating your clients or ideal clients about your product. And they also keep them engaged longer. And also this is what is more savable. Carousel posts and educational posts are for saving, and that refers them back to it, which refers them back to your profile essentially. And then stories are perfect for your behind the scenes stuff, like I mentioned, which builds trust and engagement. But one big mistake that I see a lot is people aren't landing the sale afterwards. Like, you always should put a call to action, a CTA is what we call it in the industry, a CTA, call to action after every post. Example, don't miss out on my wellness box. It's just a click away, or your bliss is just a click away. It could be so simple. And it doesn't even have to be salesy without having to sound salesy. It could be like, hit a like if you agree, drop a emoji if you agree, kind of thing. It doesn't even have to be essentially salesy, but that interaction will bring them back to your page and see the salesy stuff eventually later on. Okay. All right, step 3, a little bit more. So now that you have the engaging content, now it's about posting schedule, and consistency. Consistency really is key. And I know it sounds so cliche, but that is the way the algorithm works. It truly is key. The more you post, the more it'll show up first or on top of people's feeds. Aggressive growth. So these are just some recommendations that I recommend for growth. I know that was a lot of questions in the Q&A spreadsheet. So aggressive growth will be about 5 to 7 reels per week, 5 to 7 posts or carousels per week, and stories 5 to 10 per day. That's for aggressive growth. And I mean, it sounds aggressive and it really is aggressive. Moderate growth is 3 to 5, which I like to do more moderate. I'm more of a slow and steady. I like to, but moderate growth is 3 to 5 reels per week, 3 to 5 posts, carousel posts per week, stories 4 to 5 per week. Slow and steady or maintenance. If you say you got all your followers, you're good, but you still need to be posting and maintaining what you have. So slow and steady or maintenance is 2 reels per week, 1 to 2 post carousels per week, and stories at least 3 to 4 per week. Whatever growth strategy you choose, make sure you stick with it though, because I've seen where it takes up to 6 months to start seeing growth. And I know, and it also sounds so cliche again, you just got to be patient. You got to be patient. You just stick with your strategy and be consistent for at least 6 months. And I don't know why I feel like 6 months is a good indicator where I start seeing results for some reason. I don't know why. So another way you could stick with the consistency train is creating a content calendar, which I also offer as well if you're interested. Crafting a monthly content calendar is like planning a series of surprises for your audience, ensuring each day brings fresh, engaging, and valuable content that keeps them coming back for more. And then another good way to keep on top of posting consistently, is batch creating. I love batch creating. You could sit down once a week, once every other week, once a month, even if you want to do your calendar all in one month. Sit down. Tips for that is I love to play focus music, the same focus music every single time. And that just kind of registers the brain. Hey, I'm in creative mode. And it's all neuropathic. It's all in there. I've read it all. So play the same focus music every single time. Mute any notifications, put your phone on silent, tell your family, hey, I need a couple hours for my creative bubble. Just make sure everyone knows that you're in your creative zone. I also suggest creating in a designated area. Again, just ticks into your brain like, hey, I'm in creative mode. Let's do it. And my last tip is plan meals ahead, whether you make it yourself and put it in the fridge or just pre-order Chipotle, whatever works for you. I personally love DoorDash. And then last but not least is scheduling tools. They could be really your really good friend, trusty sidekicks, such as Canva, Planoly, and Later. And I know that was another big question in the Q&As was scheduling tools, which I'll go into more. All right, step 4 is engagement and building community. That is my absolute favorite step. It's the easiest step for me. It really is like having a conversation with friends, and that's how you should think about it. Just treat them as your friend, your followers. Make them know that you're a real person. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just have a conversation with them, honestly. And so engagement time for growth. First and foremost, you should always be engaging for at least 10 to 15 minutes before and after you post any post, and that's at bare minimum for engagement. That's what I would recommend. But to grow even more aggressive growth, every hour for 15 minutes is what they suggest, is what I've been doing. And I really like it. So I'll either do that, or like every time I get on Instagram, I'll just engage for like 3 to 5 minutes. And that's how I stay up to date with the post as they are being posted. Because the earlier you engage with the post, the more people will see your name in the comments and be like, hey, or the more likely that person that you're commenting on will respond back, especially if they have a lot of followers. If you put a comment, one of the first 5 comments, they're going to see it and they're going to respond. So that's how I like to stay on top of my engagement. But you can also do it, like I said, every hour for 15 minutes, moderate growth, about 2 to 3 hours per week, and then slow and steady. I feel like this would actually be the most bare minimum, is at least respond to all your comments and all your DMs. So how to engage efficiently. This is how I do it personally. So I go into the little search button. And then I search hashtags, whether it's social media, Etsy in your instance, the city you live in, your niche. So engraving or boxes, whatever it is, your niche. And then once you search it, you find a relevant post. Not all of them are going to be relevant, but you find a relevant post. Say you see one in your city and you could tell that it's not a bot. And then show you actually saw the picture and video by leaving a meaningful comment, and show that you're not a bot, those little pesky bots. And then once you've done that, I like to go to their actual profile account click to see if they have any other recent posts. I try not to go too far down, but if they have another post within the last couple of days, I'll go and watch those and like those and interact with those as well. And then also always check if they have stories, and watch their stories, engage there as well with even like a quick reaction, the fire, the hard eyes, the clapping, those are quick reactions. And that also leads you into their inbox. You don't realize that those quick reactions go straight to their inbox. It's not just a notification, it goes to their inbox. So hello inbox, then you start having a conversation. And it could be about their post. It could be about anything. I mean, obviously you guys have something in common because you guys either live in the same city or in the same niche and so on. So there has to be something that you could talk about. And I'm really good at talking. I love having conversations with people. All right, step 5, the last step is measuring. So the analytics. So there are 2 approaches to analytics. The first one is one that can be done by a robot, AKA Instagram. And there's one that Instagram can't do. And that is, the first involves manually analyzing each individual post for a month or 2 until you find a pattern. So this is more looking at like your content, analyze what's working and what's not working. This is what they can do. They don't know. You can look down to fonts, see what fonts are working for you, what colors are working for you, what certain templates are working for you. If you have music in a post or not music in a post, or post with music working and post with no music working, and so on. And that's when you start finding patterns into what is actually working with your specific content. So yeah, make decisions grounded in data rather than emotion. So by identifying patterns through experimenting with various styles, like I said, fonts, colors, templates, testing different posting strategies. So different times of the day, say, hey, I posted this in the morning, I posted this at night. I'm seeing more results from posting more at night than in the morning. So posting strategies, and then analyzing the performance, seeing if they got, how many engagements they got, whether it's likes, shares, saves, comments. Do this every week. I would do this every week. And then you go into the analytics that Instagram does for you, which is so great. You go into your profile, you hit dashboard, and it has all the information there that you could possibly need. So reach refers to the audience that is actively viewing your content. And then engagement encompasses individuals who express their appreciation while also watching. And then impressions represents those who genuinely love the content and are repeatedly coming back. So impressions are different from reach. Impressions include multiple views of your content by the same account. So those are great, like as in educational posts. People are going to come back to that post if, so those are impressions, the amount of times people are coming back to your post. All right, bonus slide, your profile, highlighting the significance of your Instagram profile. Showcase your brand's personality, highlight your brand's personality in every element. If you don't have a brand, I suggest Canva has a whole branding kit that you could go through and do yourself and just be consistent with those colors, those fonts, styles, and so on. Make the link count. You could utilize Linktree, links in bio, or StanStore to build your website together with only one click. With those, you could try, you can do trials to see which one you like best. And then get creative with the minimum characters. With only 150 characters, every word counts. So I wouldn't waste it on silly quotes or fun facts about yourself. Think of it as in like a Google. Like the next bullet is place keywords in the bio so people can easily find you. Think like Google. So you want to put what you would search for. Think what you would search to find your specific business. And that's what should be in your bio. Always end with a call to action. Don't forget the sale. Always end with the sale. Always end with a call of action. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a sale to your product, but it could be a follow, a like, comment. It could be any kind of call to action that will help you grow. And then utilize story highlights. They have little templates they could use so that they stay with your brand consistency. What you would put on your website should be on the top of your story highlights. The idea is that people don't actually have to go to the website. They can just find all the information that you need on your highlights, which I personally love as a millennial. I want to do less clicks. I want it right there in front of me. I don't have to find a website and go to a website. If it's all right there in highlights, just literally highlighted for you, it's very optimal. Keep a good overview. In 1 second, it should be clear. I should clearly see what this page is all about. So your highlights and your page, you should know exactly what the business is, who you're targeting within seconds. And then last, delete old highlights and not too many tabs. I would suggest if you do have old highlights that are still relevant, deleting them and then reposting, which also comes into repurposing content. So, and that also saves you time in the future. So now here's the special equation we've all been waiting for. The 3 questions to ask yourself when making a bio. So first question is, who am I? Who am I helping? With what am I helping with? Like what specific outcomes am I helping them with? And if you answer those 3 questions, you should be pretty golden in your bio. Okay. And then bonus slide number 2, must have tools. These are just some of my personal tools that I love. There's so many out there. So many out there. They're all very similar. I suggest, again, trying the free trials, discover which ones you like best, which ones you don't like best. Don't forget to delete those subscriptions if you don't like them. If you don't end up going with one, just make sure you delete those so you're not double dipping. So yeah, content creation tools, Canva. As you can see, the whole line, Canva. Canva is your one-stop shop. It really is. It's trying its best to be the #1 lead in this industry, and it's doing a really good job. They have designs and templates where you could design all your stuff for your business. It also now has AI tools that could help you with your content. And it now has scheduling tools. So you could schedule your content straight from Canva right after you make them. But some other ones, if you want to discover new ones, because they all do have their perks and their pros and their cons. Another one that I love is a Real Trend, which is trend forecasting and templates, which also is an AI. AI is tracking these trends for music and templates, and what I really love about this app is it works directly with Instagram. So if you find a song that you like that's trending on there, it will shoot you out to Instagram to make your template in Instagram versus in their app, because Instagram favors their platform. So they'd rather you make your reel and your designs in their platform rather than making it in a third party and then uploading it. So that trend reels really works with Instagram with that. And then Vixer is different. You make everything in content, download it, and then you have to re-download it on Instagram. But I love Vixer because it has the best fonts and templates. It's just really, really clean. And that's what Instagram is also looking for too. So between the 3, you should be pretty golden. AI tools, again, Canva is great. I use 2 specific ones. If I'm on my laptop, I just go straight to chatgpt.com. And then on my actual phone is an app called Chat On, which is amazing. I love it. It helps you with anything, with caption writing, content creation, anything and everything. It helps you. And then scheduling tools, like I've said before, Canva, Planoly, and Later, all the same concept. Just see which one you could, like I said, do trials, see which one you like best. I personally like just Canva. Okay, so here it is, all laid out real pretty. So in summary, the strategy in 5 steps. Number 1, define your goals. Establish clear objectives for your Instagram presence. Number 2, know your audience. Identify and define your target audience to tailor your content effectively. Number 3, create a content calendar after compelling content on Instagram by focusing on engagement and audience appeal. Number 4, engage. This content and engagement are so important. Highlighting the crucial role of engagement is fostering a vibrant interactive community on Instagram. And number 5, measure. This is how you're going to measure your success. So evaluate your success on Instagram by measuring key metrics and assessing the impact of your content strategy. So you don't want to do all that hard work, and then if you're still doing the same stuff and not analyzing what's working and not working, it's going to be a little harder to grow. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on Instagram at social26, and I offer customized Instagram strategies, customized content calendars, customized templates, and one-on-one mindset meetups and calls. So thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, that was super helpful. I feel like really tactical guidance. Yeah. Like, okay, because that's a lot of big questions I think we saw in our Q&A part of how many times per week, what is the, they just, okay, what do I have to do? Just tell me what to do.
Yeah. Yes, it makes it easier to see numbers.
Yeah. And I think it's great to kind of bring over, do you have the Q&A questions? Yeah.
I have them printed. Do you want me to put them on my screen as well?
If you want to bring them over onto your screen, because then maybe as long as your screen is shared, you can share maybe any relevant examples.
Yeah,
do you want me to?
Yeah, maybe. Yes, that might be better.
Perfect. Let me do that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Perfect. Okay. All right. Can you guys see this? The question?
Perfect. Yes. Okay. So the first question. Is there a way to post to Instagram, Facebook directly from Etsy? I'm not 100% sure about Etsy, but after like a quick search, it does look like that you can on the social media tab, but certain posts, not everything. Let's see. Is there an app that we can use to post all social media rather than each app? And like I said, yeah, Canva is your one-stop shop. I highly recommend Canva. It makes it so much easier just to have it all in one place instead of having to have different apps. It's included with the pro version, which is I think like $13 or $14 a month, which is so worth it. Very worth it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next question is, please show a quick way to do reels. I'm not good at it. Yeah, people like to overcomplicate reels, and they are daunting for sure. You can make a reel with almost anything. Like I said, these days, record yourself walking, record yourself opening a curtain. It could really be anything. Like I said, you could take one photo, and with the Instagram effects, there's so many cool like Instagram effects that you could turn one photo into a whole reel.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
And for Robin, there is a video how to create a reel. I think it's in 5 minutes or less, right at the end of the program. Just click.
Yeah. And like I said, discuss pain points you solve, add a call to action, and voila, like anything can be a reel.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question is from Norma. How to reach audience without paying for ads? I sell whiskey handmade cards. Am I reaching for male or female audience? Females can buy cards, but the whiskey cards are for males. What should I focus on?
So this is her Instagram here. Okay.
Oh, perfect. I would do both, honestly. Like you said, women are the ones buying them honestly, actually, I changed my answer. I would almost refer to more to women because they're the ones buying the gift, right? I don't think there's many men going and buying that, but maybe. I mean, I'm sure there's some, but I would say your top contender is women.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Let me see. How do you reach without paying for ads? So making a social media strategy. I mean, that's going to be basically the answer to almost all these questions is make a strategy. If you don't want to pay for ads, make sure you're talking to your target audience and thinking of them when you're making your content. Stick to posting consistently with a content calendar. So now that you're choosing, you want to focus on women, I would, like I said, go back to your client avatar, name her, what she likes, what she doesn't like, what's her pain points, what can you solve for that person? And that's how you're really going to reach an audience with true engagement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see.
Jen. I can answer the first part of this question. Jen, I wouldn't follow back the spammers. I would just avoid following those people back. Just only follow the legit people back.
Yeah. If anything, acknowledge them with like, you could give them a quick reaction and move on. I wouldn't confirm they're really and if you confirm that they're a bot, I wouldn't engage any further than just a quick reaction. I mean, because at the end of the day, Instagram doesn't know they're a bot. So the quick reaction will help a little bit, but any further than that, they're just going to ask to sell you something or do something weird.
Yeah, I was doing that in the beginning. Like they'd be like, "Oh, I like your photos," and I'm like, "Oh, thanks." And then they'll be like, "Oh, like I see your sales are low. Can you please like if you promote let me promote like your shop on my Instagram?" And then I'll ignore them, and then I'll actually get like they'll keep coming back to me, and they'll be like, "What's wrong? Why aren't you responding to me?"
Right.
So it's kind of hard to like engage.
Yeah. Sometimes it is hard to pinpoint them, but they always show their true selves after.
Yeah.
Okay. How can you grow a genuine audience on Instagram? Again, strategy, a mix of sales and behind the scenes tips and tricks. Love your page. And engage for 5 to 10 minutes before and after posting, like I said, so that your post goes to the top of their page when you post. Like I said, I usually engage for about 5 minutes every single time I hop on Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And you had a question about the Facebook strategy. You can definitely put that in the community group. Since this is geared towards Instagram, that'll work.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like a whole general social media, it's just Instagram, but okay, I will. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question, Myra, can you give some content idea what to post on a daily basis? Is there a template we can follow? I don't want to seem like I'm just selling all the time. How many hashtags do you recommend on a post in Reel? And can you explain the importance? What is important to understand from analytics from Instagram? Okay, which I did go through, and I will send my presentation so that you guys could have that. So, because I know it does answer a lot of these questions as well. I love all your stuff. So pretty. Okay.
So for her shop, what do you think could be interesting things for her to post based on her products?
Based on her products, can you scroll back up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. You can do. There was someone that posted about like self-care. You could do something about like you sell water bottles. You could give tips on how to stay hydrated. You can, let's see, you have pencils. You could do tips about how to make, I don't know, how to write out your goals using your cute pencils. let's see, gifts for bridesmaids, wedding favors. Okay, wedding favors. You could say, I don't know, like there's tons of different.
Like what if she did something like ideas of how to propose, like do a bridesmaid proposal gift box, or how to put it together?
Yes, that's perfect.
Cool.
Let me see. Hold on. Okay. You could even do feature product of the day. Sorry, I lost my spot. You could, yeah, do like feature product of the days even. So, and tutorials, you could put tutorials on how to put together a basket as well. And what you could put, you could say like what bridesmaids really want and what bridesmaids don't want, because there's a lot of that too. So yeah, let's see. Like I said, to not sound too salesy, like I said, do a mix of content and sales. And then for hashtags, I feel you can have as many as that are relevant. I would say at least 3. And then from there, the sky is really the limit. There's really no fault in putting too many hashtags. Like I said, it'll grab the SEOs, which is a search engine. It'll pull up those hashtags. So there's no fault on more hashtags, honestly.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Here's Lindsay wants you to look at her Instagram and suggest improvements.
Okay, yes.
Here's this one.
So I think your page looks great. I really do. The one thing I should suggest is the highlights, do some templates in there so they're more consistent with your brand, more fluent, coherent. But other than that, I mean, I like your grid. I like the colors. All the colors are the same. I feel like I see a pretty well branded product here. I feel like maybe if you're not seeing results, I would just suggest more engagement. I would also do quotes are also help with engagement, like do mother quotes. Like I love that. To a tired mom, I would send that to my mom or to a friend, you know. And I can let's see, engage more with those people in your industry. So to get love, you must show love. So yeah, I would just engage more, because your page just it really looks great. Like I said, and I did notice that you're posting, it looks like you're posting, are you posting more than one a day? I think that would be my other suggestion, is kind of, yeah, I would kind of spread them out a little bit.
You know, it's interesting. I see her, like she got 48.
Yeah.
Versus one on that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe ideas, 49 likes. Got a lot of
And those are all the shareable posts with the quotes.
Nice.
And that's really what's going to bring people to your page, is by people sharing those quotes. Yeah. Highlight covers. That's the biggest thing I would suggest. Okay.
Noreen, are you here, Noreen? I think your question might have cut off. Did you see a full question from Noreen?
No, I never did.
Okay. If you're here, you can just put it in the chat. Otherwise, we can move on to Jess here.
Okay. What is a quick way we can build an audience in this? Our giveaways recommended. Yes. Hold on.
This is her shop. She does digital wedding invites and stationery.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, definitely giveaways, promos, collabs. I like wedding. I feel like you could collab with another person in your industry, like almost like a bundle. With Black Friday coming up, you could do a collab Black Friday bundle with someone else in your industry, like get invitations and I don't know, something else in the industry. It's been a minute, but together, and that gives you access to all of their followers and gives them access to all your followers. And that is a quick way to gain followers, is collabs, especially in the wedding industry. You could collab all day, every day.
Hey, Jess, if you're here, you should definitely collab with Harriet, who does veils, and she's in, yeah, definitely collaborate. I would.
Yeah, I feel like collaboration would be perfect for this industry, for a wedding industry, for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of people to collaborate.
Nice.
Okay.
Rachel.
I've built a very small following on Insta. Yay. Amazing job. Let's see. I'm looking for a bigger reach. How would you suggest this? I don't see many of my big competitors on Instagram have followed some influencers for my customer type. I don't seem to be growing. So let's see. I would just keep engaging. It's just that like consistency and that patience.
What are your thoughts on, so she's digital products here. Do you have any thoughts for digital products? How to about that on Instagram? So these are like templates.
Yeah. I wrote down, keep engaging with tools and tips, and search hashtag relevant to your niche and city, keep showing love to others too. And then also keep your target audience in mind when you're doing it. But yeah, educational posts would be perfect for them. Like how to how to write your goals out. I see like a journal, like something, I feel like having a journal industry could lead to a lot of potential, like different ways you could write things out, how to make a list effectively. Let's see.
Angel.
Okay. Yeah, I like this one. It says, I've added product and suggested I got one sale, however, seem to be challenged to even get views. Any steps at that current moment I would take that would help?
I put Angel, I put that question in the coaching group. This next one, I think the conversion questions these are more like coaching questions versus Instagram
Right.
strategies. Let's put that in the coaching group. And then
I did write about the ads. Instagram ads can never hurt. Like they really can never hurt. If you want to spend $1 on an ad, obviously the more dollars you spend, the more clicks you're going to get. But ads on Instagram reach like up to 96% of active users on the platform. So you can't go wrong there with ads. Just ensure you're tracking the results though, is what I wrote down, and the results in analytics, and switch it up if needed. So if you just keep doing the same $1 and you're not tracking the analytics, it could be doing nothing. So just make sure you're tracking that and seeing if it's actually working. If it's not working, maybe switch it up a little to the 2 or 4 or 5. I think it goes up. While you're still getting a feel on how it works, I would do test run. Like I said, do a test run on your best performing posts. So take your best performing posts and just kind of test out what works, whether it's the $1 or the 4 or whatnot.
okay, so put a little money behind the post that performed best organically first.
Yeah, I would.
Great. And Rachel, I'll pull up her Instagram. She's looking for a critique of her profile and post. Her next question was more, I would add that to the coaching group. And then she was asking about if reels are the best way to get reach.
Yeah. Reels, I think, are still going to be the top way to get your accounts more reach and engagement. The algorithm tends to favor them, making them more likely to appear on the explore page. So that's when you go to like the search and you're just scrolling, that's the explore page. And then and in the feeds and users who don't follow your account, aka reach. So yeah, it says making them more likely to appear on the explore page, and in feeds or users who don't follow your accounts, aka reach. Okay, let's see. Driftboard order coast. Right off the bat, let's see. Did you answer the Forest and Cove bestsellers, large driftwood plants? So you're selling what you're selling, handmade drift organizers. So you're saying who you are and then how you're going to help. So I think that's pretty good. The first thing I noticed is the real cover, or sorry, not the real covers, the highlight color covers. That could really, I love your logo on your actual, yeah, there. So you could kind of go off of that branding for your real cover, or sorry, I keep saying real covers. Highlight covers. I do see that you do have a lot of highlights. So I would maybe go through those and delete some old ones. And then, like I've said before, if they are still relevant, like the about me's or things you offer, I would repost them. And then let's look. Yeah, I would also just suggest actual reel covers this time. Reel covers explain like what exactly is going to be in the actual reel. If you don't want to do reel covers, you could also, if you post it, you can even go to your page right now, and you could change the covers of your reels. If you just go into the edit, and you could pick a different cover if you don't like that. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, and for anyone who doesn't know what, oh, can you remind me? Social underscore
yeah, 26.
We can just show them what we mean by reel covers, because you probably have some. Let's see. Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
What would a reel cover be? Let's see. Or maybe
I actually don't have a lot of reels.
Yeah, I could show you. We have some.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So you basically like this is. Let's see. Yeah. So you basically you can upload it right afterwards.
Yeah. Before posting it, you could upload a reel cover, and you could select a reel cover you could select a cover from your actual video, or you could upload a picture that you can make in Canva.
Yes. Perfect. Okay.
And it just explains what the reel is going to tell you and what or show you and whatnot.
Awesome. And Anastasia.
Okay. Trying to find cohesive aesthetic in terms of media. Branding is general and real styles. So yeah, what I said is Instagram loves clean and aesthetically pleasing posts and favors them currently. Reels can be so easy. It can be anything as long as your captions, hashtags, and CTAs are there, like I've said before. Yeah, let's see. Tips on finding and using hashtags. Oh, this is a good one. So for hashtags, try to find niche hashtags. I like to find hashtags that are like 100K or less. Those are be considered a niche hashtag. Hashtags I suggest are branded hashtags. So AKA your business name. You can hashtag your business name, your location, location-based hashtags. So your community knows who you are. So if I put Chandler, Arizona for me, or wherever you're from, that way if people are searching their city, they can find you. Your industry hashtags, so relevant to your niche, and then descriptive hashtags are relevant, or sorry, describing the content of your actual post are descriptive hashtags. That's a tongue twister a little bit. And then trending hashtags can't ever hurt. So trending hashtags are the ones that have like a lot of usage, but like I said, it can't hurt to put them in there at the end, because I mean, someone might find it with that. But just make sure you're using a good variety and not just the trending hashtags.
Yeah. Do you Google trending hashtags, or how do you find them?
You can Google trending hashtags. Yeah. And there's apps for that as well. And then it says, I want to serve my customer via better. We sell gift boxes. Okay. Yes. I did click on this. It's so cute. So the question is, would it hurt my brand if I share maybe tips for selling self-care or something related to that? Or do people like to see the behind the scenes? Yes. It's all about balance. Let's keep in mind that 80% education and 20% storytelling with a call to action at the end of everything. It doesn't even have to, yeah, like I said, it doesn't even have to be a salesy CTA. It can be, did you agree? Yes. Let's see. I love the idea of a self-care tips. That's perfect. Also, it says, also show your followers, hold on, next page, how they can use your products. That's a perfect way too. And ideal times to use it. Like feeling burnt out, suggest your self-care tip or self-care box, sorry. But also quotes related to self-care would be great. Addition for your page that increases reach as they are more shareable, along with self-care tips. I would forward that to my bestie who needs to hear it for sure. It shows you that you're a real person, which at the end gives you the no factor that I was telling you about. You're more likely to buy something from a friend. You're more likely to buy something from a friend or someone you know. So by doing the behind the scenes, the tips, the tricks, the when to use, I love it.
Yeah. Great job showing up, Anastasia.
Yeah. Like I said, just patience and consistency, but you're doing a really good job. All right.
So Perry asked for
Right.
some hints. I can read this one for you if you're going to drink. Give you a break. You've been talking a lot. She's looking for some Instagram accounts. Well, we can talk about Facebook later, but that have an Etsy store that are great examples of what you should do on social media. And then do you recommend a posting strategy? Day one, product promotion, day two, customer engagement. And then the third question is, on Instagram, should you duplicate your posts and stories and vice versa?
Yes. Yes. Creating a content calendar of exactly what you're going to post for the month. It also is a way you can plan out your grid on your profile, so it looks cohesive. So like I said, like you could do a quote, you could do an educational post, you could do a carousel, and then a reel. By doing a content calendar, it really maps out your grid on your profile as well. So it is cohesive. It also ensures that you have the right balance of engaging content as well. Yeah. And then it says, should we duplicate or post? Yes. I love repurposing posts. To some, it's brand new if you have new followers, or to some, it has been missed, especially if you created it at the beginning of your journey when you didn't have as big of a reach. And I've mentioned before too, delete old highlights and repost them is a great tip too. But yeah, so repurpose. I love repurposing, whether you repurpose the actual post or you just copy and paste it into a different template that you maybe research in your analytics that work better and so on. Just kind of, but yeah, repurpose. I am on board on repurposing.
Yeah, let's see here. And then Anush, let me see here. These are more coaching group related. Let's just put these in the coaching group. And then this is also more coaching group. Here's one from Ariel about, let's see here, data about your audience, your current audiences. How do you look at, or where do you look at in the stats to know like who is following you on social media? Are you getting the right followers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So about audience, where can I get more data from my audience? Like I said, it's really just creating that client avatar. Once you have your client avatar, you should know exactly who your audience is, whether or not you start now or you started before. That just helps you have a clear, concise picture of what to post. Like I said, would Katie like this? Would Katie enjoy this post? And so on. So just, how do you find where they gather? Just searching hashtags, like the effective way the effective way to engage, I would just implement that strategy for my presentation.
And this is her shop, just for context. So her shop, a lot of like trendy stuff right now, hot stuff. And then this is her Instagram. So she's kind of looking at like, what else could she be doing with her Instagram? So now it's a lot of her product photos, it seems like.
Yes. I mean, Black Friday's coming up, Christmas is coming up. I would say top 5 gifts from my shop. Like I said, the number game is really big, like top 3 ways to hang up. Oh, like, yeah, hang a picture or a picture collage on your wall. And then you could say, if you need pictures, I'm your girl. But yeah, showing them how they could, different techniques of how to post pictures like on walls without ruining your wall. So yeah, more educational posts, how to post or how to hang a picture, how to effectively make a collage, how to stack bracelets with a cohesive vibe, like the top 3 guidelines to build a perfect bracelet stack. Just little things like that. I see like little disco balls. You could say top things for, it reminds me of like a bachelorette party or a 70s party. Yeah. 7 ways you could utilize my disco straws and whatnot. Give people the ideas that they need, solve their problem, answer their question of how they're going to use your product.
Awesome. We had a question come up in the chat that was really interesting. It was, I think this is great. What would kind of on your educational post topic, what exactly would work for posts for educational posts for jewelry? Let me pull up her Instagram. Now she's one of our higher revenue sellers. So what do you think about educational posts for jewelry?
How to take care of your jewelry, how to keep it from tarnishing, how to create the perfect stack. Like I said, how to create a perfect necklace stack, what key pieces to use for those. And let's see, different color combinations, your favorite color combinations of stacks. And you could like my top 5 looks, my top 5 stacks that I love. Let's see, more educational, definitely how to take care of it, because I know jewelry, how to store it, how to travel with it. I mean,
what about how to organize it?
Yeah, how to organize it while you're traveling. Again, AI too. You could go into ChatGPT and put in, hey, give me 10 educational posts that a jewelry business owner can use as educational posts on my Instagram page. Done deal. Bam, bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, AI will also be great tool for you.
Yeah, that's great. Someone asked about how to get the music timing correct on the reels.
Yeah, Instagram has I would just highly suggest templates.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram has the reel templates with the trending audio that you could literally just type in, upload the 5 pictures. It tells you how many pictures. And that's why really, if you go back to my presentation, the reel trends, it also, you can look up templates there and it tells you exactly how long the reel is and how many photos or videos you need. So if I'm like, okay, I have 3 pictures or I have 3 videos, I'm going to go there. I'm going to look for all the ones that have 3 pictures or videos, and then it shoots you out to Instagram. And I just use the template and put them in, and then it does it for you. It really does.
That's great. That's great. So you don't even have to try to make up the timing. You just use, it's already been done for you, kind of.
Yeah, don't work smarter, not harder.
And someone asked, for engaging, is it only answering comments, or does it include liking and commenting on other brands in people's posts?
Yes, like I said, to get love, you have to show love, and that's how it works in the world as well. And so I tell my girls as well, it's befriend people in your industry, hype them up, they'll hype you back up. Like they'll give you love if you show them love. And from there, I've gotten so many followers just from people seeing my comments on other people in my industry's pages. And like I said, it gives you that Instagram community as like, you are a community of etch engravers, you're a community of baskets, you're a community of wood, it's like your own little community that are really helping each other grow.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I said, yeah, respond to all the comments, respond to all your inboxes. And then, like I said, engage for, you could choose your growth or your engagement strategy based off how fast you want to grow.
I have a couple of questions I've been asked. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think it's worth it to purchase the check mark, the blue check mark verification? Do you think that's worth it? No? Okay.
I don't think so. I mean, no, unless you're a big celebrity and people are just really curious if it's you. And that's where you don't need to buy that check if you are doing the right job about showing behind the scenes and showing your trust and your know factor as well. People are going to know it's a real person, it's you, and trust in you if you're doing your engagement right and your content right without the little check. But with celebrities, you still don't really know, so they need a little check.
Do you think it's worth it to buy followers?
That one's hard. It's like a yes and a no. So, some people think if you have more followers, people are more likely to follow you because you don't, it's almost like you're kind of under radar when people have so many followers and you're like, oh, I'll follow them. They won't even notice me kind of thing, you know? And I do get a lot of followers based off that as well. But at the end of the day, the bot followers really aren't going to help you in any other way.
Interesting. Someone asked about boosting. Should you boost a post through Facebook Meta Business or on your phone where it says like boost post on your phone?
And that goes back to does the $1 a day make a difference or dollar boost post? That's what I think she's talking about, the ads for $1. Yeah, it can't hurt. Like I said, I would do it. I wouldn't continue doing it if you're seeing the same results. But if you're seeing results from doing it, I would continue doing it. And once you stop seeing results from doing that same action, I would switch it up.
Yeah. Do you like going through Meta Business or on the app itself?
I'd say both. I think on the app itself is easier on like a technology aspect. It's just easier. It's cleaner. It's more concise. I think the Meta world can be a little complicated for some.
Yeah. Someone asked, this is very interesting. This is the new Threads feature. Do you think like product-based businesses should be utilizing the Threads feature? If so, how?
I mean, they could utilize it as educational as well, listing those like 5 listing pain points and solving the problems with your product kind of thing. So it kind of hurt. And then relatable quotes, I mean, and whatnot. So yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Like I said, it gives you that no trust like factor.
Amazing.
And if you know someone, you trust someone, you're more likely to buy something from them.
Yeah, that's great. And I think we got through everything, but I mean, this was amazing. And I think, if everyone should stop what they're doing right now and go follow you on social media. So basically it's just social_20_6.
Yep.
And you have like follow-up questions or want to get some consulting from her or even just like get you set up with like a calendar, right? That might be helpful.
Yeah. I love just making content calendars for people. It's really, and it'll help you stay on that consistency train. And I just went through a rebranding. So I haven't posted in a couple weeks, but I'm going to be posting more tips, tricks, all that good stuff on the horizon.
Awesome. So yeah, go definitely check her out. And then we'll be posting the slides after. And I thank you so much for your time.
One other person I do recommend following, actually 2 people.
Okay.
While we're at follow,
it
is creators. That is where you're going to find the first one. These are Instagram creators and they're going to keep you up to date with everything that's new and happening with Instagram. So like I just found out that you can now respond directly to someone's comments from your post to their direct message now. That's new. So this keeps you up to date with what's new and how to stay on top of Instagram. The other one is Mazzari, how do you spell that? Let me find him really quick on my phone. But he is Instagram's creator as well.
Okay.
Let me see. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, real quick. Because he is posts. Oh, Mossere. He's the head of Instagram. And he he'll also post everything that Maziria. Adam. He is the head of Instagram and he'll also keep you up to date with Instagram and everything Instagram as well. So I get a lot of my information from these 2 people.
Great advice. I never would have thought to go straight to the head of Instagram, but
he knows what he's talking about.
Awesome. Oh my goodness. Well, we really appreciate everything, Elisa, and we'd love to have you back, and hopefully our students will reach out and get in touch with you for.
I appreciate you having me. This is my first presentation, so I appreciate your patience and having me.
Amazing. All right, guys, I hope you have a good weekend, and I'll post the recording of this this afternoon.
I also have a PDF of my presentation that I can send to you as well.
Amazing. That's great.
Or the link as well. So yes, absolutely.
Perfect. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Ask a quick question.
Oh yes, go ahead.
Hey guys, sorry, I must have put my questions in the wrong group. Put my camera on. Hello. It was just so for my Instagram account, I'll put it in the thing down here. I would love to get some influencers to wear my veils. But I was just wondering what the best way is to approach them.
Approach what? I'm sorry, cut out.
Oh, sorry, influencers. People that are newly engaged and want a veil for free.
Oh, I got you. I would do promos. You could do, like I said, Black Friday's coming up. You could do like, hey, I have 5 veils, first come, first serve kind of thing. And you could also give discount codes that are only good for like 24 hours, a very short period, and that will help boost people that just start following you, like, oh, and they might not jump on it right away, but if you continually do like, hey, I have 2 veils at a discounted price for the first 2 people, I mean, that could be a good way to get some more sales from new customers. Is that was your question? Was that your question?
Not
I think,
really, but that's the different question.
how could you get like a celebrity to wear her veil, or someone who's like important or
Got
important?
you. Okay. Tag them. Just keep tagging them. Just keep tagging them in your post. You could send them. I would honestly more in your stories is where you could tag them more, and so they could repost it. Especially if you know an influencer that's getting married, you could definitely tag them in your stories and in your posts, and DM them. Just DM them. Be straightforward and say, hey, I'd love to work with you. I'd love to collab with you. I would be willing to give you a veil for a certain amount off, or however you want to do with that, in exchange for a shout out or a post or a real collab.
Okay. I messaged Zoe Deschanel. Hilarious. But she's so famous, she doesn't accept
Yeah.
big.
Bachelor people, like they're in that stage of life where they're dating, they're getting engaged and married, maybe tagging like a bunch of them, the show, The Bachelorette,
That's a good idea.
Yeah. They're used to doing brand deals all the time, I think.
Yeah, maybe focus more on like reality stars and Instagram, like influencer or YouTubers or something to start off, and then work your way up from there.
Awesome. Amazing. Awesome, guys. Well, have a good weekend. Thank you so much, Elisa.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.